Now, hopefully we'll become experts at logging onto the hub and finding Just Too Easy. And I thought today we'd look at J2 Blast, which is probably the children's favourite, and we'll find out why. So let's just click into here and we'll see 5 things. Spell Blaster, TT Blast, and at the bottom here, Key Stage 1, Key Stage 2, and Key Stage 3 SATS Blast. Let's start by looking at Spell Blaster, and we click in here, we've got 2 main options. We can go live, or we can have a practice. As I'm in a teacher account, there is one extra button which you won't have. You won't have this one here. But let's have a look at Go Live. We click in here, and it searches other people to play against across the country. And
dear, oh dear,
we simply type in our spellings there.
Yap.
And
the dog went yap.
And we can type them directly into the keyboard. And also, obviously, it's really, really important that we listen to the spelling in the context of the sentence as well.
Mix, cake mix.
Okay. And
chain.
Pretty
The
self-explanatory,
bike
I think.
chain was oily.
So click on that icon there to go back to the home screen, and we have a practice. A few things to notice here. Edit, this is great. You can choose your own avatar on here, and the more you play it and the better you do, the more points you get, which unlocks certain characters. So here we can see I need another 985 points to unlock another avatar, which is obviously motivational for the children. This here just gives you details about how well you've been doing, and this gives a more in-depth piece of feedback here. As you can see, some statistics for you to sort of look at, and even a certificate that you can print out as well. So let's have a look at practice now. Have a practice, and when we click in here, we'll see some spelling lists. And we can choose the spelling list that we want. Continues all the way across here. Year 1. And if we press that plus button here, there's even more spelling lists below. So if I click on this, it will have a practice on these spellings. But I said if we click the plus, there's some more spellings, and we can click through more as well to choose them as well. So just click on there.
Funny. A clown is funny.
And obviously there's no sort of time pressure on this one. And again, we just type our answers directly into the keyboard.
Very. I am very tired.
Again, click
Party.
on the home icon.
A birthday party.
You may have noticed as well there was a shared one here. Your teacher could share spellings with you. So fairly self-explanatory. So go live and have a practice. So let's go back to TT Blast this time. And it's pretty much the same thing, but this time for multiplication and division. We can go live. We click here. And again, we play against people from across the country. You notice level 20 here as well. So it's a lot harder. Again, we can type our answer directly in as well, and we can see how well we're doing against other people down here. So I click on the home icon here again. We can have a practice. Same things again. Edit, you can choose your avatar, and the more you play, the better you do. You can unlock different characters. This just gives you some details, and this gives you a more in-depth piece of feedback about how well you've been doing, the percentages that you're getting right. And again, you can print a certificate here. So have a practice. Really important that we select the right level for our children here. So we start on level 1. We go all the way up to level 20, which is basically every piece of multiplication division between 1 and 12. So yeah, just make sure that your children are sufficiently challenging themselves, and they don't have to worry about the sort of time here. You just take your own time with this, and obviously if you type it wrong, it will prompt you and let you have another go. Only let you do it twice, and then this will come up. So retry that one. Okay. As I said, very self-explanatory. So there's only really one other thing that we need to look at, and that was the Key Stage 1, Key Stage 2, and Key Stage 3 SATs. We again have 2 options. We can take a test, or we can do a bit of practice. To take a test, it starts you at level 1, paper 1. And just continue the test there. Out of 25 questions, and we'll mark it for you as you're going along. Or we can have a practice. Again, the same buttons that we've had here, edit, details, and feedback. Click on here, and we can select what we want to practice here. I personally would suggest that you just work your way through them. And also we have leaderboards here on how well people are doing across the world, in the school and in the class as well. We won't go into that one, though. And the same for Key Stage 2, exactly the same. Take a test. Start off at paper 1. Mark it for you as you're going along. We can have a practice here. Again, select what you wish to practice. And just press continue when you're ready. And off we go, just type in the answers there. Again, you can type directly into the keyboard, which is great. And there's no pressure when you see the progress as we're going along at the bottom here. And obviously, if you're in year 5 or 6, you may want to have a little look at the Key Stage 3 one here as well. So that's J2 Blast. I think you can probably all agree that you can see why the children enjoy it so much. Hope that tutorial is useful, and I'll speak to you all soon.